The video you're about to watch is a preview from one of my fashion design courses available online on Fashion Premier Academy. If you're interested in finding out more about it or enrolling, click the link below. Roll it! We're going to start with a piece of muslin, 18 inches across and 24 inches in length. And the length, when I say length, I mean this is the selvage, this is the edge of the fabric, of the muslin. And we always want to drape where the edge of the fabric, the selvage, is parallel to center front. In other words, you want to drape like this, not like that. Okay, next we start by drawing a grain line 1 inch away from the edge, 1 inch away from the selvage. We draw a 1 inch grain line, and then we divide the muslin in half and draw a cross grain perpendicular to center front. Now, most students, well, not most, but some students make the mistake of starting by draping like this. They place the muslin like this, and then what happens is you have no fabric to complete this section. That's why we have a cross grain, which tells us that this cross grain must come across the bust level, the apex level. So the cross grain crosses the apex, center front is pinned onto the center front, and you want to put the pins at a certain angle. You want to put the pins at this angle because watch what happens if you do it this way. Guess what? This comes undone. You see that? So you don't want to do that. You want to put your pin at a certain angle, and the angle is like that, in this direction here. Now, this is the tricky part here. Be careful how you cut this. You don't want to go straight across this way. What you want to do is you go up about 1 inch or so from the neckline, go about 1 inch and cut a little bit, and then go upward like this. So only this piece gets cut off. See that? And then slowly you clip the neckline so that the fabric falls nicely onto the bodice. We'll put a pin right there, like that. Okay, pin. And basically now what happens is that all this fabric, this becomes one dart, the waistline dart, and this excess fabric becomes the shoulder dart. So what you want to do is you want to smooth the muslin until you come to the princess seam, and you put a little pin and you put a little cross mark. Now I'm using a Sharpie, but you should use a pencil. Always use a sharp pencil. Put a little cross mark right there, and then smooth all this fabric, right? So that, watch this, all this excess fabric nice and smooth. Here's my old cross mark from the princess seam. You're gonna take all this fabric here, smooth it up like this, and then fold this under like that. And you can see how we're creating our first dart. Here is our side seam. We'll put pins on the side seam. Okay. And now all this excess fabric here will become our dart. How do we do that? Again, we smooth the muslin on the waistline until we come to, again, the princess line or the princess seam, and put a little pin where that is right there. And we'll put a little cross mark. And then all this excess fabric will be folded under to create the dart. So watch this. I'm going to take this fabric, I'm going to crease it here, smooth, and fold it under. Now what happens, notice there's some tension, there's some pulling here. So we want to eliminate that. So we take our scissors and we slash. See all this tension right here? You want to eliminate that. And by slashing to the waistline, see, there's the tension. It's gone. It's nice and smooth and flat. And you might want to do another one right next to it. And maybe even a third one, like that. Any excess fabric below the waist, you can go ahead and trim it off. Trim it away. I might as well mark using the bottom of the tape. The bottom of the tape is the waistline. We're going to mark our waistline. We're going to mark our side seam. You can feel it with your fingers. You can mark your side seam and the armhole. And we're going to mark our neckline. And where the neckline meets the shoulder, and where the shoulder meets the armhole. And also let's mark our apex. I'm gonna mark where the two fabrics meet. Okay, so that basically you end up with these two cross marks. So we're gonna mark where these two fabrics cross over, where they meet, so that if you remove the pins, you will notice you have this markings right here. We can trim the extra fabric here on the side. We don't need all this fabric. We can trim all this away. Okay, in the next class, I'm going to show you how to take all this information, all these cross marks and pencil marks, and transfer them to dotted paper and make a nice clean pattern out of it. Thank you for watching this video. Check out all the videos available on Fashion Premier Academy. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it so you'll be notified every time I post a new video, which is every week. I'll see you in class.